It's official. We got a new look. Looking at you this way. Not doing it over there. I didn't really like that. So I bought a new table. And I cleaned. Got rid of like a huge garbage bag of stuff. Gonna talk about it. Stay tuned, everybody. Hey everybody. Well, as you can see, it looks a little different. Got a nice Got a nice new L table. I'm really happy with it. Because of the area I have, I can't really put a bigger table. It's just the way it is. Because there's literally a freezer right here. This is my work area. That table that I filmed on before is actually our dining room table, but since we're millennials, we don't eat at a dining room table. We just have one. And the 3D printer's on it. Is what it is. Weed over there at the coffee table. But, again, I only have so much room around in this little spot. So I tried to maximize the room I have with a different type of table by doing an L table. I wouldn't even consider this an L. This is more of like a 90-degree table. It's like a square, you know, just literally like that. But yeah, it just really needed something different. It's the one thing that coming into 2025, it's the one thing I really wanted to do. I wanted to do something different. I was tired of the old look. I wanted something a little more professional. And I think this is more professional. You know, the table hides a little bit of this, a little more, you know. But it's hard to explain, but like when you watch a little more professional based channels, it's either, you know, all you see is hands, which are one of my most popular videos, is my like first or second video, and all you see is my hands. I'm like, hey, this is my Red Cat Everest 10. It's pretty good, but all you see is my hands, and that's like 10 years ago. And then I got more comfortable. I just decided, screw it, talking to the camera, and those were old GoPro days. Maybe even my phone. Might have still been using my phone then. But then I went to like GoPros. And then once I moved into this apartment, which is actually just a floor up, I was back to using a phone again. I was just doing it with my phone like this. And then, you know, then I was using a GoPro to film. Never really enjoyed GoPros. I just didn't like the look of them overly. Really wanted that professional camera type look. So I got the Sony A600 or A6000, whatever it is. Not the 65, it's the 6. And good camera. Really struggled with filming though, I found. The focus was always going in and out. If you go back and watch, I can't remember what videos it started with, but I think I meant like the title of the video is "New Camera, New Look" or something like that. It's when I had the Ford F100 SCX-10 Deadbolt, and you're watching it, and you can see everything kind of just it could not focus for whatever reason. But I used that camera for a good while. That camera's technically what actually got me back into filming. I should actually remember that. I bought that camera before I went back to RC because I took that break. I just kind of needed to get my life sorted out. That's why I took a break. And then I met my wife and we got kids and blah, blah, blah. And A couple years later, I go back into RC again. And for the better. I like what I do now. I'm a little more... I know what I want. I know what I'm doing. It's not so... just whatever. Better brand name too. Blind RC, much better than Quack RC. But I'll always remember the Quack RC days. And even those days, it was still that, like, the camera was here and I'd look over like this. I'd stand like this and I'd hit the table here, like, and I really wanted to get away from that. I've been doing it for so long. And back to what I was originally talking about. So I've got the good camera set up now. I've got the Canon, it's not the D9, is it the D9? It's not a D90, that's a Defender. I've got the Canon camera. We're just going to leave it at that. It's a very good camera. I spent quite a bit of money on it. I've got my gimbal up there. I think you can see it up in the corner there. That is the SCORP-C gimbal. That's what I used to film with and everything. That's a great gimbal. Really happy about that gimbal. Editing computers over there. This is just a old Surface Pro that I use basically for YouTube. Because it can't be upgraded to Windows 11. So it's really all it is. But that's nothing to do with this. So the last thing was really the work table. And I changed it a few times up here. I had like my workbench. So I would sit up on a bench, like on a big stool. And then again, looking like this, workbench here. And then we went to the black table that you'd seen me at for so long, or for the past couple of years, I think. Definitely been a good while. But I needed something different. And I wanted a new look for the channel. I just didn't know what. I was really struggling with the next steps to take, because like so many people, I can't just drop thousands of dollars on a new build or all of these things. Like I'm doing what I can, get deals when I can, and with whatever. And it's more on the trucks. Like parts aren't as depending what you're buying, they're not so expensive. I choose to stand by Vanquish wheels and stuff, so those cost a little extra, but I stand by I like Vanquish. That's what I stand by. Thankfully now, with being a team driver for NSDRC, little product placement there, there's a little bit of help with those. But before the help came, all I was doing, I loved those RS500Bs. And I got 2 of them in trucks behind me. And the first one was actually in Just Married, which is right behind me there, which is going to be a build for later this year. It's kind of turning it into a Ford, sort of, but it's neither here or there. I really love that drivetrain, but that's specific. So with buying all these builds and just being like, well, here's the next build, it was getting really hard. Having a 3D printer makes it a lot easier because I can 3D print different things and kind of promote those parts, but not that I get millions of views anyway, but some of those videos don't always work. Some work really well and some don't. Lately, doing a lot of the stuff with Jersey Scaler, again, really great designer. He's on Cults 3D. I will put the link to his Cults 3D in the description. I've done a few things at his now. 3 different motor variants, which you can see one in the back of that. I'm hiding the front for the next video. But like I say, like doing all these, like trying to do more and more builds, well, having a family and have to keep bills and stuff paid, that gets really tough. And my obligations are with my family and all those things. I can't be dropping all this money on this when I have to make sure the kids have food and everything, and, our bills are paid and all that stuff first. So I was kind of struggling with, well, I need to do something different or a different look or something. What am I going to do? I mean, I was looking at cameras. I was looking at all sorts of things. That makes no sense. I have a good camera. It's a great camera. And then one day it just kind of, I don't even know why. It was a couple weeks ago. I don't know where it really came from. But I just realized I need a new table. It was because I did a different look here. It was that video. After I did that video, I just realized I didn't love that. But I'd love a new work table. Well, how much is that going to cost? Luckily, I was actually able to finance the table with no interest or anything. So that kind of worked out. Like, I was able to make it work into my budget to where I was able to get a nice new work table. And it's a great table. Metal frame, and it's really composite wood, but most tables are that now anyway, and it's a great table, and I'm really happy about it. But yeah, so that's kind of the that's what I wanted to do. Like, I 3D printed this here. This nice little work tray. It's a great little addition to the workbench, but it holds all the goodies. So I've got all my hexes in the back, some nut drivers, my ratchet that I use to put my wheel nuts and everything on. I've got my adapters here. I don't know why I still have these adapters, but, well, I do know why. I like them. These actually come with Pro Builds, BoomRacing Pro Builds. They give you an adapter, and these adapters are just awesome. I love these adapters. And Pro Builds are a great wheel. Do not doubt the Pro Build. I just, again, got a pair of Vanquish wheels and was just hooked. And so there's nothing against BoomRacing. But this is free on Cult 3D, so I printed this up on the Flash Forge Adventure 5M, which I really like that printer, which is right there behind me. But yeah, so this is what I wanted to do. And so on this side, I've got my Hot Wheels box, because I've had these Hot Wheels since I was a kid, like a little kid. I still have my first two Hot Wheels, same truck, but my mom bought two. One's new in box still, and one's pretty beaten up. And I've actually found one used at like a garage sale or something. So I actually have three. But it's a Nissan hardbody with a big V8 in the bed. I got those when I was 2 years old. So the two of them. But the rest of my Hot Wheels are sitting down here in a box with my name on it. I've got my little artsy craftsy bin that's got wood, hot glue gun, and whatever. I got my stickers. Chopped out. I've got some buckets and stuff that I use for cleaning things and whatever. I've got my airbrush kit because I do have down there, or is it up there? Oh, must be down there. That's concerning. I don't remember where it is. That's always a good thing. Not knowing where pieces went. But anyway, I don't know what I did with the paint. It's somewhere. Oh, it's under there. I cleaned up, so I don't know where anything is. But I got my airbrush paint under there. I've got my airbrush compressor there, and then I got some hoses in that little the gun, or spray gun, whatever you want to call it, down there in a little bin. And then right here I've got my carry-all backpack, and then I've got my NSDRC team driver big tote bag that's right here. And then I've got my 3D printer filament here. I've got this, it's got tape and stuff in it. I've got some bins with the old optic cage on there, which I'm actually going to use for something coming up soon. And then random bins of parts and other stuff here. And then a bunch of packing stuff back there. So it really just worked out. And then here is all the stuff that I generally work with my little parts trays there and everything else over there. So it really worked out. Generally just Married's up there, but I put it behind me just to kind of show it off. But yeah, so I just kind of want to do a video of showing the new look. What you're going to see from now on, here on out. I like it. I'm happy with it. It's definitely that next step that I really needed, I think. So, yeah. But this is just a short video. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for all the support. Like, comment, subscribe. Everything's moving forward. The next step is definitely going to be figuring out merch. Whether I'm doing a website or I'm working with somebody else, whatever it is, I gotta get merch figured out because I really want to start moving some of that stuff. Step by step. I get ahead of myself and it stresses me out, and then I'll take an extra week off because I'm too stressed out about it. So I'm just step by step. We have the new look, which is the main thing. Next step. But as always, big thanks to NSDRC, and definitely go give them a look at. Link is in the description. In my opinion, the best servos. In my opinion. I'm not saying that they are. Everyone gets very opinionated depending what words you choose. I love the brand. Not because I'm a team driver, because I just love the brand. Mr. Wizard RC got me my first RS500B, and I was hooked from that point on. And I'm proud to be a partner or be a driver with them, so that's why I pushed them. So if you want a really good quality servo that looks killer, head over to NSDRC and pick yourself up a servo. From there, good Canadian shop, 88 RC. He's over in Vancouver, BC. Well, Delta, I believe. Surrey. Same area. Awesome drift track. So if you're ever there, over in that area, visiting, whatever it may be, I know we're in some odd times, but hey, definitely go to Aiden's shop, 88 RC. Super cool place. And there's Mr. Wizard RC. There's even BC Hobbies. Eliminator RC. I use them for a lot of products as well. So yes, just pushed a lot of Canadian companies there, as well as American. NSDRC is American. I do not have problems with any of that. Good companies, work good with me. I'm not going to disrespect them. So leave that. Take it how you may. Most of all, just again, thank you. Sticking along for the ride. But I'm going to film another video after this for the week after. So for the next 2 weeks, there will be a video each week. This video may actually come out just the week that we're in, because it's like midway through the week. So I'm actually going to put this video out this week, and then next week there'll be a video. And I'll maybe try and get a running video done this weekend, depending on the weather holds. Yeah, so thank everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.